So good afternoon everyone. Today we start with our third chapter, that is distance protection. Okay, so in distance protection we'll see the transmission line protection here. When we are considering a transmission line, okay, when we are considering transmission line, so there are different models. Okay, you may have studied this in your power system subject, that uh, uh, the when we are considering any distance of the transmission line, actually while constructing that transmission line, there are some models, that is a pi model or a T model, or there are different parameters for this distance protection, or for a transmission line. So can anyone tell me the different parameters of the transmission line? Yes, can anyone tell me the different parameters of transmission line? Yes. Yes, when you are considering one transmission line, so suppose this is your transmission line. I think in power system you may have covered. Actually, in electromagnetic engineering also there is one chapter, that is a transmission line parameters, but that was not in your syllabus. So there are different parameters. So if this is a transmission line, this is your transmission line, then actually there are different models. So this is your pi model. Okay, this is called the pi model. And if one line and this is there like this, then this is your T model. It is called the T model. So for any transmission line there are four parameters. First is the resistance. Okay, first is the resistance, second is the inductance. Okay, third is, what is this? G, R, L, G and C. What is this G? G is the conductance and C is the capacitance. Okay, so these four are the parameters. Okay, so when we are protecting this transmission line, all of you know the transmission line length is very high. Okay, so if we consider that any generating station is located to your to nearest, okay, then that distance will decrease. But when if the capacity of that generating station is more, then the length of transmission line get increased, means it will supply the power to the remote places also. Okay, so if the this length, mostly there are almost 100-kilometer lines, 200, 400, 700-kilometer lines are there, transmission lines are there. So these towers also you may have seen. And when we have to protect this transmission line, okay, when we have to protect this transmission line, we have to do different sections, right? Different sections, means we have seen the zones of protection. We have seen the zones of protection. So we are not protecting this whole transmission line by using a single relay or more than single relay. We are simply doing the sections of this transmission line, and we are protecting that section. But how actually that section can be protected? Which types of relays can be used for this distance protection? Okay, that is seen in this chapter. Okay, so here we are not using our overcurrent relays or these relays. These relays are very costly. Okay, and because these are located in the atmosphere, just like our motors and alternators or transformers. We are not means simply using this for low power application, but this is a very high power application. So the relays are also very costly. Okay, so here we are using the impedance relays, more relays, reactance relays, etc. Means it depends on the parameters only, because their operation depends on the parameters only, because here we are considering, we are not considering only current or voltage terms. Means if we are when we are using our overcurrent relays, right? Means if the current increases, then your relay will operate fast. Okay, like this, we cannot consider here. But here we are considering the impedance, reactance, conductance, capacitance, etc. Because these are the parameters. Okay, these are the parameters of the transmission line. Okay, this R is the resistance. Okay, this R is the resistance, this L is the inductance, G is the conductance, and C is the capacitance. Or also seen, you may have seen in your power system, while studying power system, uh, uh, there is a Z and Y. Okay, Z and Y. So this Z is the admittance and Y, sorry, Z is the impedance and Y is the admittance. So when you are studying this transmission line, that time you have to find the equations for this admittance and impedance. Okay, also when you are solving different, or when you are considering different types of faults also, that time also you have to write the equations for this admittance in terms of your current, etc. Okay, or you can also write the equation for your fault current in terms of your admittance and in terms of your impedance. Okay, you may have seen the different types of faults and equations for that fault. Okay, now also when we are considering this pi model and t model, that time again different calculations are there. Okay, so actually when we are seeing this distance protection means, why I am saying this, because by considering this only, we have to protect this transmission line. Means you should know the basic uh, parameters or basic terms used in this transmission line. Okay, so here, okay, so here in this third chapter, the unit contents are the impedance, reactance, and admittance characteristics relay setting for the for three zone protection. Okay, we have seen the zones of protection. In zones of protection, actually, there are different zones, and there is two type of protection. First is the primary protection and second is the backup protection. Okay, so this backup protection means just like our inverter, when the power supply cuts, the second one will work. Okay, so it is the backup protection. Then the next point is the carrier aided protection scheme. Okay, means when the current will flow, so how that relay get operated. Okay, so that is the carrier aided protection scheme. We'll see that. Then out of step blocking scheme, then electromagnetics and static relays for transmission line protection. So again these relays are there. So there are different types of relays used for transmission line protection. Then microprocessor based impedance, reactance, and more relays. Okay, so these impedance, reactance, and admittance relays are different, and microprocessor based relays are different here. So every relay's construction, working characteristics we'll see in this chapter. This chapter is important. Okay, and it is having 7 lectures. Okay, so distance, for in distance protection we are mainly considering the transmission line. Okay, so according to that you have to imagine. Okay, so first is the principle of distance protection. Is what actually we are doing for the protection. Okay, so here we'll see in distance protection, actually we are measuring the impedance. Okay, we are measuring impedance means impedance and admittance are important here. Okay, and your R, L, G and C components. Okay, so we are measuring the impedance between the relay location and the point where the fault is incident. Okay, means there there are different relays which are placed in each section. Okay, in each section the different relays are placed here. Okay, so uh, in this distance protection, what we are doing, we are measuring the impedance. We are measuring the impedance, that is Z, and we are considering here where actually your relay is located. Okay, where actually your relay is located and where actually the fault is happened and which relay should operate there first. Okay, so if this is your zone of protection, okay, suppose this is your one zone here. Okay, okay, or one section is there, and if one relay is placed here, and in between that section only if the fault is occurring, if the fault is occurring, then only this relay will operate. Okay, then only this relay will operate, and when this relay will fail to operate, then the nearest relay to the fault point will operate. Suppose another relay is located here. Okay, then this relay will operate there. Okay, so here actually what we are doing, we are considering where the relay is located and where your fault is occurred. Okay, next the impedance is considered. Now here we are not considering the current. Okay, here we are not measuring only the current, we are considering the impedance here. Okay, so if this impedance is less than the set value, means here for this relay this impedance is set just like your current. We are setting current in the relay when we are considering the over current relays, right? When we are considering over current relays, that time in that the current is set, we are setting some value that at this much current your relay will start operating. Okay, so just like this here also the impedance is set. So when that value, if the value of that impedance is less than the set value, your relay will operate. Okay, and isolate the faulty section. Okay, mm, uh, when because this Z is equal to V divided by I, right? What is the impedance? Impedance is equal to voltage divided by current. Now here also the current is considered, because when your fault will occur, okay, so when your fault will occur, your current get increased, your current get increased here. But under normal working conditions your voltage is high and current is less. But when that fault will occur, your current will increase, and when current increases, this ratio, that is V by I ratio, decreases. It means that your impedance get decreased. Okay, so if the impedance decreases, your relay will start operating, because there is a some set value of this impedance. Okay, so when your relay will operate, then it will give signal to the circuit breaker, and it will open the contacts of the faulty section. Okay, so in this way your line will get protected. So here if the measured impedance is less than the setting impedance, then only your relay will operate. So this is the principle of distance protection, means we are measuring the impedance here. For a transmission line we are measuring the impedance, and when this impedance under faulty condition, if this impedance is less than the set value, then it is said that your fault is occurred, and your relay will protect the system. Okay, or transmission line. So So this is your distance protection, means we are measuring the impedance here. And on that only your relay will operate. Okay. Then the next point is the impedance type distance relay. Okay. So this is what we have seen now only, that is the distance relay. So here this is impedance type distance relay. There are different types of relays as we discussed, that is impedance relay, reactance relay, more relays are there. Then microprocessor based relays are there, electromechanical and static relays for transmission lines are also there. Okay. So we are going in detail for all the relays, because in previous chapters we have seen only the basics of these relays, means what is actually the static relay, what is the electromechanical relay, but how it is going to operate in these applications, that is the transmission lines, then in equipments and in the alternator protection, we'll see in the respective chapters. Okay. So this is impedance type distance relay. Again, this is a relay whose working depends on the distance between the impedance of the faulty section. Okay. So it works uh, on the distance. Okay. We are measuring the impedance. Okay. So we are measuring impedance between the fault occurred. Okay. Between the fault occurred and uh, and the actual value or set value of the impedance we are comparing here again. Okay. So this relay whose working depends on the distance between the impedance of faulty section and position on which the relay is installed is known as impedance relay or distance relay. Now why it is called the distance relay? Okay, why it is called the distance relay? Because here we are actually measuring the distance. Okay, we are actually measuring the distance between the relay and the fault point. Okay, relay and the fault point. So all of you know how we can use this, or how we can directly apply this for the impedance, because all of you know the equation for resistance. Can anyone tell me the equation for resistance from basic electrical? What is resistance? R is equal to, R is given by
Rho L by A.
rho L divided by A. Correct. R is equal to rho L divided by A. It means that your resistance is directly proportional to the length. Okay. Means if your resistance increases, your length also increases. Your length also increases. The same principle is used here also. Okay. So what is the formula for Z? This Z is equal to V divided by I. Okay, this Z is equal to V divided by I. Okay, so, and we can also write this, and this Z is proportional to the length of transmission line, because when we are considering a single circuit, okay, that time we know the different parameters, that is R, L, G and C. But for other equipments, etc., we are not considering this G, right? Means the transmission line parameters are different. Okay, so this R is the resistance. Okay, this R is the resistance. It can be used for AC circuit and DC circuit also. Okay, but when we are considering the AC circuit, the impedance term is also there. Okay, impedance term is also there, and here resistance is proportional to the directly proportional to the length. Similarly, here also we can say that this impedance is proportional to the length. It is proportional to the length of transmission line. Okay, means whatever be the impedance of that line, okay, or if the fault is occurred, So whatever be the impedance at that point, so from this only we can find the length of that fault, means where actually the fault is occurred. Okay, we can find that. Therefore, this relay is very beneficial in the distance protection. So when our kit will come, you can see that relay distance protection, transmission line protection scheme is there, percentage relay is there. So that relay you can see in that transmission line kit also, where again we are considering there a 400-kilometer transmission line. Okay, and that transmission line is divided into different sections. Okay, different sections are there, almost 4 sections are there for 100 kilometer, and by measuring impedance we can check the fault and where actually that fault is occurred. Okay, so that kit is very important. We'll see that practical. That is our I think sixth experiment. Okay, so we'll see that in that kit, and there are different characteristics also. Different characteristics means we can also measure all the parameters there. Okay, means RL, GC parameters means म्हणजे जशी तुमची ट्रान्समिशन लाईन ऍक्च्युअल मध्ये असते ना, तशीच तुमची ट्रान्समिशन लाईन तिथे पण असणार आहे. फक्त म्हणजे एक प्रोटोटाइप मॉडेल टाइप आहे, पण ऍक्च्युअली तेवढं व्होल्टेज ओके वगैरे तुम्ही सगळं म्हणजे जसं आहे ना तसं सगळं तिथे बघू शकता. And in that as I told you, RLGC, all parameters you can check there. Okay, means the model is there, so you can test everything there, and the same impedance relay is used in that kit also. Okay, so you can see that relay also there. So this is the diagram for your impedance type distance relay. So you can see this is your generating station. Okay, and this is the transmission line. So we are considering one zone, or one zone for the protection purpose. So here नहीं है, हाँ?